Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research, and this is your morning market alert for Monday, December 5th. Andy Myers is off today. Dollar General reported that third quarter net income rose by a third on 12% higher sales. The discount retailer lifted its estimate of earnings for the fiscal year, and the company said it plans to buy back $500 million of stock. DG stock is up over 1% in pre-market. U.S. Airways announced this morning that its November traffic rose 3.4% during the past year. The percentage of seats filled with passengers in November rose about 3% from last year. Consolidated revenue for the month climbed an estimated 13%. And Walgreen said that November same-store sales were up 1.7%. However, most eyes are on Europe this morning. Investors are awaiting the outcome of a meeting between German Chancellor Angela Merkel and French President Nicolas Sarkozy. The two are discussing joint proposals ahead of the EU summit, which will be held later this week. European stocks rose today. The move was over optimism that Eurozone leaders will come up with a plan for closer fiscal union and concrete measures to tackle the debt crisis. Plus, Italy's government adopted new budgetary measures over the weekend. This follows last week's rise when the Stoxx Europe 600 index rallied 8.7%. That was the best weekly posting since the one that ended November 28, 2008. Private sector activity across the Eurozone continued to shrink in November, but it was at a slower pace than in the previous month, according to a final composite purchasing managers index reading compiled by Market. Hopes for progress over Europe's debt crisis propelled U.S. stock market futures higher, but not everyone is optimistic. Moody's Investors Service said that Spain's regional governments are likely to exceed 2011 deficit targets by nearly 1 percentage point. The ratings firm said that even though data for the first 9 months of the year indicate regions are implementing austerity measures, those efforts won't be enough to keep them from exceeding the deficit target of 1.3% of gross domestic product. The markets in Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, and Australia finished mostly higher. However, the Shanghai Composite Index bucked the regional trend, losing 1.2%. Crude oil futures also took a jump to over $101 a barrel. That's the latest from Weiss Research. I'll be back after the opening bell with all the market reaction. One